Do it.
What's up? We live out here in Talladega. It's your boy Chairgatin, Rattlesnake. We got Dakota right here.
Boy, it's been fucking lit.
We're
Let's get
getting
it,
crazy. Let's get right into it. Whenever I can find the shit, there we go.
I was doing the intro. Hello, come right in. Rock flag and eagle.
All right, what's up? Hopefully everybody can hear us. We're just doing this on my computer with no microphone. We're out here at the campgrounds. Everybody's already left except us. We're in Talladega, Alabama. Dakota, tell them about this.
Sun right in our fucking face. I'm sorry for the language, but oh my God, what a race we witnessed. Oh, Chairgatin was in full force. We were there. We were live. It was fucking nuts. If you missed that race, you're fucking up because damn, did we see a good Talladega race. We got a flip. I'm sorry, Joey. I'm glad you're okay. But we got a wild-ass finish, and we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, hopefully we're live because we're out here in the middle of a campground, by the way. My phone, I'm trying to load. Y'all can see right here. Boom. It's not loading. It's not loading shit.
We got service for shit, y'all.
We don't have service for shit. And apparently, my computer, it says we're live. So if this is working, oh, here we go. Nathan.
Oh.
All right, I think we're live. He's already
There's
saying
Dalton.
we were just with
What up,
Nathan.
boy?
Dalton.
Hey.
There we
Boy,
go.
all right,
What
we
up?
live. We live. We at
Okay.
Talladega Campground. It's fucking lit. y'all.
Dalton's going to be on the show coming up.
Boy.
So thanks for commenting.
Let's get it.
Yeah, we are live, apparently. And Dakota, what do you think of this race? What do you think of, should we start with Xfinity?
Let's go ahead and back the weekend up. We had a wild ass time. We got a little wet on Saturday. It was fucking lit. I'm sorry if you can't hear us. But hey man, Xfinity race packed a punch from green to finish. I'm sorry it ended under fucking yellow, but it poured down out here. And I'm just glad my boy Jeb got the win. It was a crazy race, crazy racing. We finally got a wreck right there at the end, and it was a little nuts. I hate it for Ty Dillon, but Jeb got the W. It poured down like all afternoon out here. There's no way they were going green. So if you don't like that, go fuck yourself. The race was nuts, and I'm happy for Jeb Burton. Shout out Jeb and the Burton family.
Yeah, also let us know in the comments if you can or cannot hear us.
Yeah, we're totally
because we have no idea what we hope you can hear us. That's where we're at right now. Yeah, honestly, okay. So before the race, Dakota was saying that he hoped that he won the race. And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool to see him win. But I hate wins when they end on rain. And it's not like I'm trying to take a win away from, oh, you can hear us just fine. Okay, nice.
All right, cool.
It's not like I'm trying to take away the win. He deserved it because he was running up front the entire race, right?
No, Jeb earned it. Like, one rain-shortened race I was okay with.
But let's be honest, man. If you're Jeb, are you not looking back at that race and going like, that's my first win? It's almost like a technicality.
It's almost like
win.
Chris Buescher in the 34 Cup Series when, like, they stayed out. They got the W. It was a fucking wacky.
Not that bad because it wasn't about staying out.
It's like
he ran well.
Colleague ran up front all day.
Yeah.
They got the W. It was the one that I was like, I wasn't that salty about. I was kind of like, okay, man, Jeb got it. I'm happy for it. And I loved how he got to go out there in the rain and do a burnout. I was fine with that.
The rain burnout was worth it.
I loved that.
The rain burnout was fucking tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's almost bittersweet just because it was his first win, which is awesome. But it's almost like a technicality win. And I'm not trying to take it away from him. I think he could have won. He could have won without the rain. He was driving that good the whole time. So
Colleague was up front the whole race.
Yeah, but there was a lot of other good drivers that were competing, and I just feel like for them to end, because wasn't it a caution when they ended it?
So they had the big one. And all of a sudden,
which
we get a
Cup
yellow.
Series did not have.
And then the rain is coming through. We saw it. We posted pictures. Rain was coming through. We couldn't help it. It was never going to go back green. Rain was coming through the whole time, and it's a shitty situation, but you know, it is what it is. It was one where I'm like, man, this fucking finish is about to be nuts, y'all. And then all of a sudden, like, Oh, fuck it. We ain't going back green. This is it.
No.
And it just looked out Jeb was in it. I'm just glad like a car that was running up front kind of got the W.
Well, so that's the thing. I thought, so it's caution. We feel some drizzling, and we're like, oh, okay, we'll see what happens. And then it just gets heavier and heavier, and immediately everybody from the grandstands just rushes out. Yeah. And it's like, that's probably going to be it. So they called it, and we were like, man, they kind of called it early. We would have waited like 2 hours to see what happens.
Well, we didn't see the radar. So I give it to NASCAR. There was no fucking shot.
So that's what I was going to bring up. We clearly didn't see the radar because we have no signal out here, which, by the way, a miracle that we are live right now. I have no idea how this is working.
Shout out whoever's watching, baby.
So we drive back just down the road to get to our campsite because Talladega NASCAR's a bunch of bullshit. They won't let us say on campgrounds. So anyway, we come back over here to our campsite just down the road, and we set up our little tent, our little tarp over here. There's a little campsite. We set it all up. We set up the tarps. And we were like, man, too little too late. The rain already passed over. The second we get the tarp up,
there was wave 2.
Monsoon. I mean, this was like a hurricane just hit. I think I posted some shit on Twitter. But, yeah, we lucked out. We salvaged our campsite. We stayed dry. And it ended up perfect because come Sunday, today.
What a fucking gorgeous day. I don't know if you can tell by the reflection of the sun, but it was a fucking lovely day here in Alabama.
It's so lovely right now.
Man, it's been awesome.
All right, so what do you think about the Cup Series?
All right, we're going to jump straight into this. Let's get it. I'm going to say, like, from this morning to now, right here live with you, the Cup race was phenomenal. I know we didn't get a big one. We didn't get no crazy ass, but, like, we had a couple spins here and there. We had a car flip.
We had a flip.
I mean, look, these cars
substitutes for the big one.
These cars are safe. Let's be realistic. Stop whining and crying about, oh, my God, I'm sick of seeing cars going upside down. Cars go backwards, and they turn into airplanes. That's what it is. Cars are going to flip. It's Dega. These cars are safe. Guys, Ryan Newman is an example. Let's get it. Joey just proved to us, like, dude, he went for a tumble and fall and just got out and was like, hey, I'm glad I'm alive. Whatever.
Did an interview.
Yeah, right did a whole ass interview. Yep. It was badass. I'm not going to lie. If you watched Bubba Wallace's onboard helmet cam, that shit was sick, dude. And, we had a little, wreck for stage 1. They raced stage 2. The whole race was like, start to finish freaking nuts. The whole race, we were jumping up and down, slapping each other on the shoulder, just like, oh shit, look. Guys throwing crazy blocks, straight crazy runs. Fords were there all day. Chevy showed up. I mean, I'm really surprised the Toyotas showed up like they did. They usually ride in the back, but they were up front all day.
Yeah. No, I mean, as you said, we were up in the stands just the entire race. I didn't want to even go to the bathroom because I was like, there's shit going on every lap at this. That's not normal for Talladega. Most of the time, Talladega, you're just waiting for the wreck. Opposite. Whatever they're running right now is working.
Yeah, because I love the package they have going.
This is the most fun I had, and this is why I like short track racing, because when they wreck in short track racing, it's not like somebody's going to die. You're not like sitting there waiting like, oh, shit, is this guy going to make it? And the fact that the big one, or whatever big wreck you would call it, Logano flipping,
dude,
and
honestly,
he just walks right out. I'm like, that's perfect.
Didn't even think about it. Brad K was in that wreck. He spun out, was spinning through 3 and 4. Yeah, came back to win it. But, a car flip, it's crazy. It's wild. I hate it for Joey Logano, but it gives us entertainment. It was nuts. Little crazy wreck there coming to stage 1. The racing was nuts. We were passing all the haulers. Ayo, shout out whoever's on the ride home from Dega, boys.
We were literally just with Nathan. That tells you how live we are.
We are live as shit.
This is the campground.
This is the campground.
Everybody's already peeling out, and we're like, let's set up. Let's record our Sunday episode, because I'm driving back to Austin, Texas, 12-hour drive, by the way, going to work in the morning, Monday morning. You got to get to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So
we are giving you live content.
This is it.
Straight after the race, post-race. I mean, I don't know who's out here giving you live content
Nobody else is giving you live content.
But the boys are at it, and the boys are doing work.
Yeah, so we're out here.
Tune in.
Yeah. So, Nathan, good time hanging out with you this weekend. We had an incredible time. We gotta
get Nathan on an episode. Honestly, we owe it to him.
Do we?
Next Truex win, maybe we'll give him.
Maybe. We'll think about it. Also, by the way, I told Nathan, who's in the comments, that Brad K was going to win this race. I told him that on Saturday. I said Brad K is getting the W. Garage Guy Chase should probably start listening to me, because I even told him
I had Brad K in like a couple bets.
When we had him on the show, he told me Brad K, and I said no. And guess who was right? Thank you.
I mean, I don't even want to know what my wallet looks like after this race, man. We spent so much damn money. But damn, dude, it's been a fun-ass time. I mean, what a race. Right there coming in, all the Fords are stacked up. We have that great – all of a sudden we have Truex blowing a tire. It's kind of shitty because we're going to get a crazy race, but I love a green-white checker at Talladega. It's going to be nuts. Of
course, yeah.
Everybody's stacked up there. Tyler Reddick throws the 3-wide thing, kind of giving the high side the shit show. I mean, Kevin Harvick in the dog shit car is up there running up front. Who would have guessed that?
He just hates dogs.
Stuart Haas was showing up today at some restricted plate racing.
Yep.
And it was wild, man. I mean, there was comers and goers. I love how so much there was guys pulling out, going to lead, and then 2 laps later they were in like 23rd.
Right.
There was just comers and goers all day. Bubba showed out, went underneath Joey Logano. Little roof damage may probably give him some more downforce. I don't know what he had going on, but he was throwing wild blocks as we saw. Well, we did get that little second wreck right there in the tri-oval.
Honestly,
little mini wreck.
And Colton Craymore, who's been on the show a million times, and Jacob, who's been on the show, I was texting them during this. Colton likes Bubba.
I don't get it.
I don't understand it. And I texted him immediately and said, if you hate Ricky Stenhouse Jr., which he does, for whatever reason, he hates Ricky.
Yeah.
He calls him Ricky Stenhouse Jr., all that shit. I said, if you hate Ricky Stenhouse Jr., you cannot defend Bubba's blocking in stage 1. Was that stage 1 or 2?
Bubba's?
Yeah.
It was he was throwing blocks the whole damn race.
I know, but when he was leading, was that stage 1 or 2?
It was stage 2 right there.
Yeah.
Coming
and I was like,
forward.
you cannot defend him on those ugly block attempts for a stage win. So, okay, here we go. Yep. Jacob's with me. Yes.
What up, Jacob?
Look, when Bubba got up front and he was running lead, I was like, okay, let's see how he does. He's leading Talladega. You know, he's got good equipment. I could see him doing well here. And the second he started throwing these ugly-ass blocks, I'm like, he's going to wreck the fucking field. The big one is literally just going to be Bubba Wallace wrecking the field. So, you know, I still have the same opinion on Bubba Wallace after this
Now,
race.
we all saw the horse he had at Daytona, and I was kind of expecting, 2311 to be bringing a horse this weekend, and they did. Bubba was up there. This is a good shot he had. You don't want to know, Jacob.
Infinity.
It is like unsurmountable amount.
Infinity.
I don't even want to show you what we got going on behind scenes, but like we fucking live, boy. We just finished Dega. It's live. So Bubba was throwing some crazy blocks, as we saw at Daytona. The 2311 brought a horse, and I love it. But dude, like we got to get to the end of this fucking thing. You can't.
It's a stage.
We want stage points, but you can't go from the bottom to the top rope and expect people to not be like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
And nobody turned him, which actually blew my mind. Granted, Denny, who probably should have let up. I mean, this goes back to my point about how like an active Cup driver should not be a part owner in another team. But
it's a salty situation.
Yeah, I mean, nobody turned him. I think they didn't want to because they're like, dude, it's stage 2. Calm the fuck down. We are not driving for the finish here.
So, one thing I have is like, I was listening to Kevin's on board, and it was stage 1. It was like competition caution. The 23's already up to the front. He was making moves. Bubba's driving his balls off. And the 4 car is like, I cannot believe the blocks the 23 is throwing. I cannot believe we've put up with that. Kevin literally said that on his radio and was like, I can't believe we've all allowed him to do that. Yeah. And, everybody's pro Bubba, but it's like, dude, you can't sit here and throw elbows on lap 23 and expect to be at the finish.
Even Ryan Newman wouldn't do that. Yeah. Even Ryan Newman
wouldn't throw
who is the master of blocks, would have not done that.
We saw some crazy moves today. It was awesome freaking racing. We didn't get a big one, which is surprising. I mean, it's okay.
I kind of liked it, though.
It just shows the talent these guys have.
I kind of liked us not getting a big one. But I enjoyed the entire race.
I mean, probably like a dozen times I jumped out of my seat like, holy shit.
At least it doesn't.
Holy shit.
He did that like the entire time.
It was like every third lap.
I did it a dozen times. He did it like every 3 laps.
It is what it is, folks.
It was a great race, though. From beginning to end, Xfinity was a great race. Unfortunately, it ended with rain. And I said, leaving Saturday, I was like, man, I hope Cup is just as good as this because this was incredible. Cup was so good from beginning to end. And is it because we've been blackout drunk for the entire weekend? I'm sure that's part of it. But that was like the best. They went single file for, 10 laps maybe? I mean, and I went
Dude,
I went to the bathroom, and I came back, and then they're fighting again. And I'm like, oh shit, I missed something.
Literally, my buddy came sit with us. He was like, man, I'll single file. And I was like, look, dude, there's 60 laps to go here. 11 out of 10.
Yep.
Shout out Nathan.
Yep.
It was like, dude, single file here. It's 60 to go. We got to get to the end of this thing. I'm all for it. At least
I'm surprised they didn't go single file longer.
If you give me a show in the first and second stage, and then
Right.
the beginning and third stage, you want to run single file and let's wind these laps
Right.
down, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Let's get to the end. Give me a show at the end, which they did.
Send a
Right.
picture, Nate.
They then send some pictures in the comments. How about Michael McDowell, dude? Let's shout out the Ford camp. Michael McDowell was here to play, just like he was at Daytona.
I wish he would have won that.
People were like, oh, the 34 took a playoff spot. Motherfucker showed up today, and he was flexing in the top 10 all fucking race, dude.
I mean, Michael McDowell was battling against like Tyler Reddick at one point for the win. I was like, I love this.
Dude,
this is what I want to see.
They came out of Ford, Michael pulled up, and I was like, oh my fucking God, dude. If the 34 wins here, you know how insane that will be. 2 wins going in.
I will say, though, with Bubba being the exception of like me complaining about one driver driving sloppy, even with his sloppy driving, everybody drove so well today.
Yeah.
Like, everyone drove well.
Performance.
Right. No one was really sloppy. They were like on point. Everybody was doing what they needed to do, and they were competitive. I mean, they were putting their cars where they needed to put them.
Yeah. I mean, great racing all throughout. What's Jacob got here?
What's Jacob saying?
Be glad y'all didn't have your
Okay. We heard about this.
I checked Twitter here and there during commercial breaks, and I saw everybody complaining about, wow, god dang, Fox is going commercial. Fox is going commercial. I have one fucking solution for you folks. Bring your ass to Talladega, dude. Bring your ass to the race. Get your ass out here. It's a fucking great time.
He's right.
If you're not camping at Talladega for the weekend, I know financially and COVID and whatnot, if you're not comfortable, do what you want to do.
All right, here's the thing.
But it's fucking wild.
I'm a broke motherfucker. I live 12 hours away from this place, and COVID still exists. Here I am.
Hey.
Get your ass down here.
Dude.
Get your ass down here.
Shout out. Fall race is about to be fucking wild. We're going to get this COVID thing behind us. We're going to do what we want. But fall race, come camp, come have a weekend, get your tickets. Fall race is about to be lit.
Honestly, I think Talladega needs to sponsor the show.
We're going to reach out Talladega.
Yeah.
Talladega Nights camping. Shout out.
Look at this new hat I just bought. It's fucking tight.
Shout out Talladega Nights.
Look at these new sunglasses I just bought. Oh my God, we had a great weekend. It wasn't the same Talladega, right? It was a lot different than it normally is.
Talladega.
It's a PG-13 Talladega. That's the best way to put it.
It's been a great weekend. I've had a great racing though. Every time we were at track, I know we kind of like, timing wise, you got to be on your shit. But being at the race, watching green to start, finish, like every bit of racing did not disappoint.
Sometimes at Talladega, I'll admit it, the racing gets a little boring.
How dare you, sir?
You sit there and they're single file. And you're like, this is a 500-mile race.
That is the chance to go to the bathroom.
Well, that's the chance to, like, shotgun beers and stuff like that. This race, that didn't happen. It was the first time I've ever been to a Talladega where I'm like, oh, shit, no, I have to pay attention every single fucking lap.
Well, even when they got single file, you had a guy like 10th, 11th, 12th be like, oh, fuck it, go down. And all of a sudden, they started racing.
It was single file. I went to the restroom, came back, and there's 3 wide. And I'm like, shit, what the fuck did I just miss? So, I mean, this was... In terms of performance on the track, this might be the best Talladega I've ever been to.
And how iconic is like a Penske Ford goes victory, but Brad K, dude, him and Denny have been tossing back these wins at Talladega. I know Ryan Blaney got a couple here and there, but like Brad K, to me, in my eyes, is the new junior. He is the new junior coming in. He is leading. He's always up front.
What, a guy that can only win at Talladega?
He is. Well, I don't want to say that. Brad K's good other places, but Brad K is our little Pied Piper we have here.
So that's the thing. It's like this is my 4th or 5th Talladega, and it's the 2nd time I've seen him win here. Yeah. If you're coming to Talladega, there's a good chance you're going to watch Brad K.
Yeah, that's probably my 3rd or 4th, Brad K.
If Penske's running well and he doesn't get taken out in a wreck, he's going to win. It's pretty much that simple.
And, even we just mentioned Blaney being up there. Blaney almost won this motherfucker.
Blaney almost won this,
I know he won like the last, 2 or 3 or whatever.
He was looking good.
He looked good all day.
I think it was 10 laps. I turned to you and I said, I think Blaney might win this.
If you have
an
ultimate performer of this race, Matty D.
Matty D.
I'll take Matty D in that 21 Wood Brothers.
100%. Matty D should have got that victory.
Dude.
I mean, and good for Brad. He was due a win. He was due a win this season, so good for him. But Matty D, if he would have got that 100th victory at Talladega, like that would have been just the Cinderella story.
That would have been sick, dude.
Yeah.
But Matty D drove his balls off this whole race. The 21 Wood Brothers, the whole race, we were slapping each other, being like, dude, Matty D is throwing good.
Everybody in the stands was cheering for Matty D.
Everybody was
at one point. Everyone's on their feet, just.
But Matty D
takes the lead.
Matty D was throwing good blocks. Shout out to his spotter. He's throwing good blocks. He's working the lines. He's not being irrational about shit. If people were there, he didn't block. I literally was like, dude, you're gonna have to be that 21 car to get a win. He got stage 2 win. You know, I know we had the caution, but Matty D got the stage 1 win. Bubba got the stage 2. That was it.
Bubba got
we had all right. Here's another thing with Dega. 21 gets stage 1. 23 gets stage 1. Where do you see that at?
I don't think Brad tied Junior. Oh, he tied.
No, yep. Junior and Jeff.
He tried Junior and Gordon. That's right.
6 Dega wins.
That's right.
Wild.
That's with 6.
6 Dega wins.
Yeah. You don't get the Matty D hype. I'm kind of with you, but after watching him today, it's a real thing. The Matty D hype's real.
He deserves a ride, man. He's out of the 21.
He drove quality driving. Yep. Like Dakota was saying, he didn't throw sloppy blocks. I mean, he put his car where it needed to be, and he wasn't out of control at any point. He was following. He knew exactly. He was like, oh, bottom line's moved faster. Let me move down. I mean, he drove the balls off that car. And
the 21 was fast today.
Before, I agree. I'm like, well, why I'm the Matty D hype? But maybe it's just a Talladega thing, but he drove very well today. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all the four, dude, there was literally like one chance where like the top 7 to 8 was all Fords. And I was like, holy shit, dude. He threw it away. He should have stayed on the bottom.
I mean, yeah.
From what I've seen,
you can be Captain Hindsight here and say, like, that's the one you should have stayed with.
Replaying that last lap, dude, I know Tyler Reddick should have pushed, and he moved up to make it through wide.
Right.
Last lap, Talladega, you're scrapping for every position.
I think that's a hindsight thing where it's like he shouldn't have.
Yeah, I should have pushed instead of moving out.
Because if he would have won the race, you would have never said that. You know what I mean? It's a hindsight thing where he made his move and he stuck with it, which I respect. He thought that was the best decision for him, or at least his spotter did. And
it is what it is, man. You always sit at the end of these races and you sit there and be like, what if I did this? What if I did that? Right. But, I mean, you can only do that once. You sit here and you play in your head, just like Michael McDowell win the 500. He was like, I've played these races over and over again. I've been so close. And then I made it happen at 500.
Right.
I'm sure Matty D's going to sit here scratching his head like, how did I lose that race? But, man, he ran his balls off. I'm super proud of Matty D today. Yep. A good finish, good point stands for a lot of guys. Willie B, shout out second. Super underlying second place for Willie B.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, he was up. He was in the top 10 the whole race. No one talked about him. He was just up there, blah, blah. Almost won the motherfucker.
Wait, what do we got here? Yeah.
How about the 00? You should be back in a couple. You know, health, whatever you want to say, dude. They're just up here making laps. They're starting and finishing whatever they got.
Should we even talk about them? They're just there to sell advertisement. I mean,
it's like I hate being like, dude, yeah, they suck balls. They shouldn't be in the race, but like they are paying just like these other fucking teams.
That's why we need to go back to qualifying for every single race.
I am totally down with going back to qualifying. Yep. If you were in Talladega grandstands today, you saw how many fucking people were there. I thought I saw 30% capacity. It felt like 85% capacity.
I could have swore Talladega said we're only doing 30% capacity.
The grandstands were packed.
Maybe we're wrong, but it was like 80% capacity. I mean, honestly, 2018, there was probably legit 30% capacity, and I was there, and there was like nobody there. This year, I thought it was supposed to be 30%. It was packed.
The grandstands were packed, and we were like, dude, this feels like a full ass race. Like
it was a real day.
The stands were packed. I mean, all we needed was Junior taking the lead for the place to get rowdy. But I mean, I don't know what we need to get practice and qualifying back. Maybe like some NASCAR, officials or something. But shit's almost over with. Whatever I'm not gonna get political, but let's fucking run the thing, dude. We practice qualifying makes it where I know we're gonna have a couple weeks at the 600. Right. There's select races, But I'm expecting 2022. Like, let's just do the damn thing.
Well,
Let's
I
go
mean,
back to
yeah,
normal.
Junior's talking about starting a team. Like, there's all these rumors of who's going to start another Cup, at least get one charter in the Cup Series. At that point, let's just fucking do qualifying. It
Yeah.
seems like there's enough teams that want charters. Let's open up qualifying. And so, like Chris is saying, like, why is the 0-0 still out there? Maybe they won't be if we have qualifying.
Here's one thing.
Problem solved.
One guy we haven't mentioned. Shout out. Colleague Racing P6 with Kaz Gralla. That son of a bitch has been in the car and he's in the top 10 every time, dude.
Yeah.
Kaz Gralla, I'm kind of like, oh, cool, Kaz. But I like Colleague Racing. They have an awesome plate racing package. And he finishes P6 today in the 16 car. One off race finishes.
Also,
P6.
shout out to my boy Austin Dillon. Got to see him come in top 10.
Yeah.
Got a top 10 finish. What was that, P8?
Hey.
I think it was P8.
I'm not even going to lie.
Fun.
The dirty dog shit car finished P4. You know,
he just hates dogs.
Stuart Haas Racing.
He hates dogs.
Stuart Haas Racing showed up today. I know it's speed, whatever. Ford this, Ford that. The 4 car was up front all day today. You know, played strategy.
Almirola led a race.
Almirola was up front today.
He led a lap.
The 14 was in the top 10. 41 was
Jacob. Comment, Jacob, if you know how many laps he led. I know it was 1, right? He led
a lap.
Yeah.
No, he pulled out and gave he got Blaney's debris off the splitter.
Oh, okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So
when he led the lap, by the way, Jacob, I was thinking of you.
So, Stuart Haas had some speed today. And I'm not gonna,
for the first time.
First time this year, Stuart Haas had some speed today. And they showed up. 4 car was in the top 10 all day. Had a penalty, came back, and finished top 5. I'll take a P4 anytime I can get.
Very good question. Very good question, Chris. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna split up for a couple races. I'm gonna be in Austin, so I'll be putting out content for Austin.
Coda, baby.
Yeah. You're gonna be what's the next one you're going to?
Coke 600. Me and Nathan in the comments.
Nathan
and our boy Justin, the Logano fan. We will be at the Coke 600. We got Matt going to Coda. Road Course Racing will be at the Coke 600. And then we got Nashville coming up after that. We already got our tickets. We're trying to get Rattlesnake out there, see if we can get them. But we'll have content coming the next 2 months at least.
Yeah,
we'll have
because
3 races the next 2 months.
You're going to Nashville for sure. I may or may not come to Nashville. You're also going to Bristol for sure. I may or may not come to Bristol. So there's a couple things where we're trying to figure out. But just as a heads up, if you watched the episode last Sunday, I said, fuck it, I'll come to Dega. And here I am.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for us to tell you.
This happened
because I'll literally show up the day before. I live 12 hours from this place. I told him on Sunday, fuck you, you got me a ticket, I'm rolling up there. Boy. He didn't have a campsite, by the way. I got us this campsite.
It's a teamwork. It's teamwork.
I got the campsite. It wasn't teamwork. It was completely me. Okay. Anyway. So I'll show up anywhere, like last second. So it's kind of hard for us to say, oh, I'll definitely be at this race. I'll definitely be at this one.
Is what it is. We got a whole summer booked. We got the fall races coming on.
See, Chris,
excited. Hey, we might
Darlington.
Chris send us some videos of Darlington.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be at the Mother's Day Darlington.
It's like next week.
Yeah, I'm going to the next Darlington though.
You're going to the fall Darlington?
Yeah.
The playoff Darlington?
Yeah, you're not going?
No. Well, I mean,
why not?
I haven't thought about it because it's like the week before Bristol.
You pussy?
No. We'll see what we can get going on.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk.
We'll figure it out. Chris, you shouldn't ask that question. Now it's a whole thing.
Yeah, you just sparked up a whole thing, dude.
So anyway, my computer battery is at 15%, so it's about to die. I know this was a really short episode. Essentially, we just wanted to come on, say what up.
Probably the most lit episode we've had.
Yeah, we're very drunk. Just wanted to do a live from Talladega. Oh, dude, we're like even. Let's chug these beers. Let's chug these beers and finish it up.
Throw the seats off and smash them. Oh shit! I can't stand up.
All right.
It's live from Dega, baby. It's been a fun ass weekend, and we bringing it to you, boy. Woo!
All right.
Peace, motherfuckers.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Here's your outro.